Hi, and welcome back to Unified Victories, Special Olympics Arizona's official podcast where we celebrate the stories of athletes, families, volunteers, and supporters alike. If this is your first time tuning in, my name's Kate. Nice to meet you. Go check out our first episode after you finish this one. And today I'm here with a longtime coach and adaptive recreation coordinator for the city of Goodyear, Luke Parker. Hi, Luke.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really good.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coming out to the office. I know it's not that far for you.
It's really not, from my previous positions, it's a lot closer than it used to be. So now we're neighbors, which is great.
There you go. Where were you before?
City of Peoria.
Oh, okay.
So I was there for quite a while and then, made my way out to Goodyear.
Yeah.
So now I'm, like 5-10 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's great.
10 minutes, not bad. Okay, can you just tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so again, my name is Luke. I'm the head of delegation and one of the coaches for the city of Goodyear, but I'm actually from the city of Peoria, so that's kind of how I got started there. But yeah, born and raised in Peoria, never lived outside of Peoria, didn't go away for college, worked for the city of Peoria. So my radius was quite small before coming to the city of Goodyear. So.
Yeah. And you obviously like Arizona then if you've stayed here.
I mean, it could be worse, right?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have tornadoes. Like, yeah, it's hot for a couple months out of the year, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's true. No earthquakes, nothing too crazy.
Are you from here?
No, I'm from Washington.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
so
probably different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just moved out here in September, so I guess I've been here a year almost.
Okay.
But
so you got through your first summer.
I got through my first summer, and my sister's has lived out here for the last 4 or 5 years, so I've come out in this time of year before, but I got through my full first summer, and I did it. I mean, we still have a couple months, I know, but it's okay.
But you did the worst of it, so it's
July,
only gonna get better.
Oh my god, that wasn't good for me.
I feel like being in Arizona, we should have like excessive heat days. Other places get like snow days.
Yeah.
We need something like that, where it's 118, you shouldn't have to leave your house.
I agree with that, because if I leave the house and it's fine when I'm going somewhere in the morning, but then it's 3 p.m. and I get in my car and it's like 120 degrees in my car. You can't catch me at a worse time.
Right. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I'm mad. I'm just hot and bothered the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good for anyone, actually. So I'm trying to make it through the next couple months, and I'm just praying.
Yeah.
It'll go by fast, but okay. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got involved with SOIZ?
Yeah, so I wish, honestly, that I had, a good story. So I went to high school in Peoria, and I think it was a freshman or sophomore in high school, and it was our off season, and one of our football coaches came to us one day after school. We were doing, off-season training or whatever, and he's like, hey, the city of Peoria has this opportunity to coach Special Olympics flag football. If anybody's interested, here's the information. Do it or don't, whatever. And I was the only one that went, and honestly, if I'm being so real and honest with myself, the motivation was, it's the off season, I have nothing better to do, and I have to apply to college eventually, this will look good on a resume, right? That was my motivation, if I'm being so real. And so, again, I was a freshman or sophomore in high school, so I couldn't drive. So my mom drops me off at the park in her PT Cruiser convertible, mind you, so that was embarrassing. But my mom drops me off at the park for this first day of Special Olympics flag football practice. I had no experience, didn't know what I was getting into, and I just went, and I went for it, and really, really enjoyed it. It kind of became a thing that I did throughout the rest of high school, where every year I kind of came back for the flag football season, and every year brought a couple new guys with me, and so it wasn't just me by myself, and eventually I could drive myself, so I didn't have to have my mom drop me off, so that was great. But yeah, just kind of really enjoyed it, and then I was graduated from high school and needed a part-time job to work through college, as most people do. And at the time, I think minimum wage was $7. And my options were work for $7 in a restaurant, or the city of Peoria had a part-time job opening, and they were getting paid $10 an hour. And I was like, I'm gonna get rich, and I get to coach Special Olympics and get paid for it. This is great. And so then that was my first job. I worked there for 10 or 11 years, part-time, full-time, kind of a combination of the two, and eventually decided that I wasn't gonna go to grad school to pursue the things that I wanted to pursue. I had fallen in love with this this community and these programs and Special Olympics kind of at the very beginning of it all, and it was kind of the thing that I decided I wanted to keep doing. And so I just never left. And so yeah, that's kind of how it all started, and I kind of found it by accident, if I'm being so honest with myself, and now I don't know what else I would be doing if not this. So
yeah. See, I think that's great.
Yeah,
That's pretty much like what happened to me too. I was just like post-grad looking for a job, and I like have stumbled upon this, and it's been like very amazing, but it wasn't like I had gone into it. Some people do have like really good stories.
It's just something like super inspiring and like you're an amazing person. Like, this is the greatest story I've ever heard. And mine's like, no, I got dropped off at the park by my mom and was like, I guess I could do this.
Yeah.
And just fell in love with it.
I love the inclusion of the PT Cruiser too.
Well, you don't see them anymore. Like, it was embarrassing.
You don't. It's, I remember in high school we used to be like, I could drive any car except for a PT Cruiser.
Right. So yeah, that was kind of how it all started, but yeah.
Great. Okay. And what sports do you coach? And what's your favorite sport to coach?
Oh, I don't do as much coaching anymore, being, head of delegation for the city of Goodyear. And, we started our program with the city, and we kind of took over a previous delegation called the West Side Roadrunners. We became the Goodyear Roadrunners, so kind of worked together with them to really kind of kickstart a new delegation. So a lot of my job now is operation of the delegation and those sorts of things, but I still do kind of dip in and out of coaching. I think honestly flag football is my favorite just because it was my first. It was the sport that I played. I got to go to USA Games in Orlando in 2022 for flag football. Like, it probably always will be my favorite, but I also have a lot of fun with cheer. I've coached cheer a couple times over the years, have been a unified partner on our cheer teams. That's super fun. I had an experience a couple years ago when I was still with Peoria coaching soccer. We had a coach not show up to the tournament. They weren't able to make it. Something happened. And I had to just jump in and coach the soccer team like the day of the tournament. And hadn't really practiced with them a whole lot. I knew them all just because they had all done other sports with us as well. But like just jumped in and started coaching a soccer team like one random day. And honestly, the like single most fun day I think I've ever had. We were just like making stuff up on the fly, and the athletes were really good, and our team was pretty good. But like I was coaching them from the sideline, just like yelling, "Hey, try this. What position do you want to try and play today?" And we ended up, I can't remember how we did in the tournament, but like that was honestly like one of the more single fun days that I've had, was just because it was kind of random, and it wasn't something I was planning for, it wasn't something I was expecting, and we just went for it, and it was fun.
Yeah, you're like, just do what you want.
Right.
Jacob and I were talking about the other day, because we had our staff retreat this week. We were talking about how like I've never even like heard of bocce ball. Like I don't know what bocce ball entails. I don't know don't know anything about it. And Jacob and like Sheila from Tucson, she was like, that's how I felt when I started like being just like working in the areas. We had all these sports, and I just had to like figure out how they work.
Bocce. People are obsessed with
This
it.
is what I've heard, and I'm now like excited to go to one of our bocce events, because I like literally have no idea, but everyone's like freaking out about it.
And everybody
I've, like,
describes it as like lawn bowling.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, but no. But yeah, it's one of those things that like I had never heard of it. I'd never played, but like people love it. It's kind of like bowling to me, like actual bowling. People love bowling. Like, I think it's fun. It's not my favorite, but like people are obsessed with it.
Yeah, everyone like, especially in SOAZ, that has been a hot topic, is bowling. And like we just had bowl-a-thon, and I was like, I'm horrible at bowling.
So bad.
Like, I literally one time went and bowled and scored a 40. So,
and
like,
you know what? It was
me.
fun. It's fine.
Yeah, it's still fun. My friends made fun of me. I was like, okay, please stop. Like, this is actually kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to you.
Yeah,
it's
if
fun.
that's your thing, I love it for you.
Yeah.
Not mine, but
not
that's
mine.
fine.
Yes, it's like that, and low-key like chess, too. But
I've tried to learn. I've never figured it out. I don't think that my brain works that way.
Yeah, my mom, when I was in middle school, she wanted me to be like a chess prodigy really badly. Didn't happen for her.
I feel like that's not something you can force on people. Like, it's either your thing or it's not.
Yeah, she made me do chess club for years, like would force me to go to chess club, and I was like...
And you're just like, Mom, this isn't it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
I'm
but
like,
this isn't it.
I can't do this. Like, my brain doesn't work like this. She's like, you just have to try harder. I'm like, no.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. I don't even like math like that. I feel like it's very, like, analytical, and that is not how my brain works at all. So I was like...
Like, I'm not thinking 5 moves ahead in any aspect of my life. Yeah. Especially this board game.
Literally. I'm like, if you want someone to play chess for you, have another child. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, if your coaching style were a movie character, who would it be and why?
Okay, so I love movies. So this question really stressed me out. So you sent me a couple of them ahead of time. And I was like, I have to have a good answer for this. Because, like, movies, if not, like, when I'm not at work, that is my favorite thing to do. Movies and reading. Okay. So I was like, I have to come up with something good. And my first couple answers, I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, okay, the first thing that came to mind was the new Superman movie. Like, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, there's a scene towards the end of the movie, spoilers for anybody that's listening, where he, like, talks about, like, what it means to be human, and, like, all he does is, like, get up and tries to do his best every single day. Like, I love that. That's great. I was like, oh, whatever. That feels pretentious to, like, pick Superman. So then I was like, okay, don't judge me. I love Fast and the Furious. Okay. They're so bad. I recognize that they're bad, but I love them so much. And Vin Diesel's whole thing is, like, family and talking about family. Yeah. Again, I can't choose Fast and the Furious. That's embarrassing. So then the one that I finally was like, okay, this is going to be the one. Have you seen Dead Poets Society?
Yes,
with Robin
I have.
Williams. Okay. Yeah. This was the one that's like, I can feel proud of this choice. There's a scene like early on in the movie where he like first starts to like talk with the students, and he's telling them to like rip pages out of their poetry book. And it's like, we're going to set the poetry aside for a second, and we're going to connect like as people on an equal level, and the poetry and the learning and all of that will come later. Mm-hmm. And I think honestly, with the city of Goodyear and like myself personally, our goal in all of the sports and all of the programs that we offer is really just like to connect as people. Mm-hmm. And we focus on like the socialization and the camaraderie aspect first and foremost. Like skill development will come later, tournaments and games will come later. We want people to show up, have fun, make a friend, and want to come back. And if we can do that, we've done our jobs. And so I think that was like the movie and the scene in particular that was like, okay, no, that is something that like I can choose. It's like, because at the end of the day, like we are all people, and you know, we're gonna connect as people, and we're gonna get, you know, on the same level, and then we're gonna work together as a team to, you know, accomplish whatever goal that we have. And so I think I would go with Robin Williams from Dead Poets Society.
Okay, I think that's a good answer. I remember having to watch that movie in like middle school maybe. Yeah. They were like, have you watch it in English class, but
yeah, it's also Fast and the Furious. If you haven't seen them, highly recommend. They're a great time. They're not good at all.
But they're entertaining. They're action movies.
Yes.
I keep like, my main problem with it is like, just stop making more.
Oh no! Like, see, I'm like, give me them all. Give me the spin-offs, Hobbs and Shaw, all of it. I want it all.
I feel like every time I see another one, I'm like, how many of these movies can you make? Like, really?
They went to space in the last one.
Hey, yeah.
Where's they gonna go next? Who knows?
Who knows?
Watch Fast 11 to find out.
Yeah, seriously. Yes. Okay, so my next questions are, have you ever, so they're like true or false questions, but you can just say if you've like done it or not. Okay. Have you ever used sport analogies in non-sport situations?
Oh, sure, of course.
Okay, yeah, like life advice, that kind of thing. Have you ever cheered for the wrong team while you were coaching?
I would ask you, is there a wrong team?
Probably not.
You know?
For this, no.
Right. Yes. So I would say, to answer your question, yeah, probably. Because, like, you know, we just want everybody to, like, of course, like, we want to be competitive and we want to win, but also we want everybody to have a positive experience. Yes. So, like, when there's an athlete or somebody on another team that, like, does something amazing, of course we're going to cheer for that. Like, we're happy about that.
Yeah, I think probably in Special Olympics, you're right, there's not really a wrong team.
Yeah.
In, like, high school sports, I don't know, I played water polo in high school, and my coach was terrifying. Like, he was one of those, like, bald, and, like, absolutely, like, feared him, and so, like...
Bald because he's shaved all of his hair, so that he's faster in the water.
Yeah, totally. Except, like, no. Except no.
He was bald, so then chose a water sport as his personality.
Yeah, he was one of those where you would be like, he'd be like, if you guys don't do this drill right, like, I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna show you how to do it.
You're like, please
and,
no.
No, literally, he'd be like, oh my god, please don't. And then he, like, would get in, and then he'd be, like, bad. And then we would just be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?
At that point, coach, just know your lane, stay in your lane, and stay on the deck.
Yes.
You're fine.
Literally, please. Have you ever pulled a muscle trying to demonstrate something?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's good.
I feel like, though, I'm still relatively young, so, like, there's
Yeah.
still time for that.
Yes.
I feel like that comes later.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Have you ever cried during a competition? And happy tears do count.
Not during, but after.
After.
Yeah. And I would say it was a mix of, like, happy and sad. We don't have to get into it. But it was actually at USA Games in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
So
So
we'll leave that. That's for the next episode. Come back next time.
come back next time.
Yeah.
Have you ever given a motivational speech and, like, impressed yourself when you were done? Been like, oh my god, that was good.
I think maybe not a motivational speech, but I think part of what I'm doing with the City of Goodyear is bringing in a lot of, like, new staff, new coaches, people that have no experience whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think, like, the sales pitch of, like, why this matters and, like, what this can accomplish for us and for our athletes and, like, why things like Special Olympics and adaptive programming are important. I feel like there's been a couple times where, like, I give that sales pitch and I'm like, yeah, that was a good one. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I ate that up.
Yeah, no crumbs. Ate it all.
Ate it all. Yeah, I don't think I've done, like, had a motivational one, but one time I was working at a summer camp, like, I think it was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was working at a summer camp, and these kids that I had in my group were, like, being horrible, and I gave, like, a very good, like, you cannot do this speech, and when I was done, I was like, wait,
Okay.
that was kind of good. I
Like,
didn't know I could do
I
that.
had that in me. Didn't know that.
Yeah, but I was, like, kind of yelling at them, so definitely not motivational. I was just like, you're embarrassing me, and you...
And your parents are embarrassed.
It reflects badly on me, and on camp, and on you. I don't like that kind of thing. Yeah. Have you ever had to Google the rules of a sport you were coaching?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We
for
just,
sure.
I feel like we just talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bocce, every time. I'm Googling the rules.
Yeah, every
All
time.
I know, you throw the white ball out, and then we go from there. That's all I can ever remember.
I remember when I first started working here, and Taryn sent me, like, all of the rule book, like, because the rules for Special Olympics, if you didn't know, are a little bit different. And so, like, I remember looking at it, and I was like, I don't need to know this, right? Like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Which, thank God it's not, because I wouldn't have remembered.
Are you
anyways.
a sports person?
I'm in marketing.
Okay, but like,
So-
like in your life?
Oh, yes.
Are you like a sporty person?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, flag football, soccer, that kind of thing, softball,
Okay.
I understand. Like,
Yeah.
I was a swimmer, so that one's easy, like, that stuff. But the random ones, like bocce, again, badminton, couldn't tell ya.
Right. That's a sport people play in their backyards.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a competitive thing, but it is.
Yes, apparently.
And again, people love it.
Yeah, I have yet to see it, but we're coming up on the season, so soon. I'm excited for soccer.
It's fun. Like I said, it was one of the ones that, like, I like watching soccer. I never really played. I played indoor soccer for, like, a little while just as, like, something to do, but it was never my thing.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed coaching it way more than I ever expected to.
Okay, rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Sweet or salty snacks?
Salty.
What's your favorite one?
I love a plain either potato or tortilla chip.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't even need anything on it. Chips and salsa is my favorite, but, like, I'll eat a bag of tortilla chips with nothing on them.
Okay, I will too, and everyone always said I was weird for that, but I think they're...
Regular Lay's.
Yes.
Regular Ruffles.
Yeah.
I don't need flavoring.
No, salt.
Salt is the
It's
flavor.
salt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the spice. That's all I need.
Have you had at Trader Joe's, they have these tortilla chips, they're in, like, a white bag, like, with, like, little blue. I don't even know.
Yes.
Those are the best tortilla chips.
Everything at Trader Joe's is the best.
That's
If we're being
true.
so honest.
It
And
really
there's one
is.
coming to Goodyear, and we're so excited.
Oh, now I'm excited because I can go
Yep.
on my way.
It'll be about
Yes.
10 minutes from here. So.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, 3 desert island movies.
I mean, I named 3 earlier. Can I stick with those 3?
Sure.
No.
Actually, no.
No, I have to give more. I claim to be a movie person. I have to give more.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
First one is, have you seen Peanut Butter Falcon?
No.
Okay. It's
Good.
one that we kind of talk about in, like, our adaptive Special Olympics circle. So, it's about this guy with Down syndrome who lives in like a care home essentially with like mainly for seniors, but he like breaks out of the care home because he wants to go meet his favorite like backwoods like WWE wrestler, and then goes on this adventure with Shia LaBeouf, and the two of these guys get connected and they have to like sail down a river and go find his favorite wrestler, and it's great. And
oh my god, that
I
actually
love it
sounds
so
so
much.
good.
Yeah, it's great. Highly recommend. Think that one of my favorite movies of the last like however many years, 10 or so years, is a movie called Edge of 17.
Okay, I've
with
seen this.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yes.
Love it.
Great movie.
Can put it on at any point. Can put it on in the background. It's great.
Yeah. I remember watching that when I was 17 and being like, oh my god, this hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a 17-year-old girl, but it still hits. But I could imagine, you know,
yeah.
as a teenage girl, it probably works.
Yeah.
One more. I don't know. I'll pick Wizard of Oz. I don't know
Okay.
why, just because.
The original Judy Garland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Wicked is great too.
See, I was going to say,
yeah.
what are your feelings on Wicked? Also, we talked about this last time. We talked about Wicked.
Is this going to be a thing where it comes up on every podcast?
Honestly, I'd be fine with that. I could talk about Wicked for a while.
Great. I've seen it on stage a couple different times, saw the movie. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I love it.
I wish. I always, like, literally when I went, and I said this last time again, so sorry, but when I went to see Wicked at the movie theater, I'm like, it used to be my childhood dream to, because I was a theater kid.
Okay.
So I was like, oh my god, Wicked, like I want to go see it on Broadway and I want to be in it. And so when I went and saw it in the movie theater, I cried.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like so emotional about like little Kate running around being like, oh my god, I want to see Wicked on Broadway. And first of all, haven't. Second of all, obviously, am not a Broadway star.
Right.
So I was like, oh my god, I'm a failure.
Okay, are you Elphaba or Glinda?
Elphaba.
Okay, good answer.
I couldn't be a Glinda.
Yeah.
I'm not blonde.
Yeah.
Not that you can see me, but I'm not blonde. And I'm not that friendly either.
I was not the biggest Ariana Grande fan. Like, she's fine. I like her music just fine, but I wouldn't say, like, I'm a fan.
Yes.
So I, was hesitant going into the movie. It's like, will she be able to pull this off?
Yes.
She was so good.
Oh,
Best part of the movie.
Literally.
So good.
She actually, I think, got super snubbed.
She was perfect.
Yes. I don't
every
know
way.
how she didn't win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Like, not even... I like her music, but I'm, like, not a massive fan. I will say, from, like, a vocal standpoint, holy... Like... And I've known this for years, like, even if you just go listen to some of her albums, because she can hit those whistle notes that, like, people can't hit those.
Right.
That's
and she
crazy.
does it so easily.
Literally, she just, like, does it, and then she killed Wicked.
And I think I took it for granted because I wasn't, like, a fan of hers.
Yes.
And then to see her do it in something like Wicked that, like, I was familiar with, like, I've seen it, I know the story, I know the characters, but to see her, like, become Glinda was so good.
And she killed it. And did you know that they, like, literally just, like, sung it live while they were filming?
They sang on set.
Yes.
They didn't, like, record in studio and, like, then lip sync on set. They sang on set.
Which is crazy.
What do you mean Cynthia Erivo is flying through the air on wires singing at the same time?
Literally. And she still sounds like that.
This is why we're not Broadway stars.
Yes.
Because we can't do that.
I can't do that. And this is why I won't ever shut up about Wicked. And every podcast, I'm going to start talking about it. Because of that, I was like, jaw on the floor when I heard that. I was like, you're kidding me.
We'll come back in November after part 2 comes out.
Yes.
We'll do this again.
We will be running it back in November. Oh my god, that's like coming up. I'm so excited.
It's basically September now. We're what, 2 months away?
2 months away. We're there.
Yeah.
Yep, and I will
I'm
be there.
in my seat already.
Yes.
We're actually recording this from a theater.
Yes,
Yeah.
my ticket has been bought. I'm in one of those red movie theater comfy chairs right now. Okay, beach vacation or mountain getaway?
Beach.
Yep, that's what you give, for sure.
I like the sun.
Yeah.
I don't love being in a body of water. I like being next to a body of water.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big sand person,
Yeah.
so I struggle with that, but it's okay. Least favorite food?
This is supposed to be rapid fire.
It's okay. Sometimes it just takes a sec.
Right.
Sometimes, like, someone asks me a question and everything comes out of my brain.
It goes away.
Yeah.
Like, I can think of all the foods that I've ever liked in my whole life.
Yes. No one you don't like.
No. This isn't my least favorite, but it's the only thing I can think of. So I love ice cream.
Okay.
It's my favorite. but I don't want like a fruit flavored ice cream or like a sherbet.
Really?
No, get it out of here.
Okay, see, I'm like a big fan of like a pie flavored ice cream.
Okay.
Like, have you had Jenny's?
Yes.
Okay, they have a brambleberry crisp ice cream. Don't ask me what a brambleberry is. I don't know.
Where does it grow? Nobody knows.
No one knows. But it's so good. Like that. I'm a fruit ice cream girl.
They had an everything bagel ice cream.
I was going to bring that up.
Did you try
Actually, it was horrible.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Maybe that's my answer.
Yes.
Maybe it's the Jenny's everything bagel. Sorry, Jenny's.
It's true. I was in Nashville with my sister for her bachelorette party, what is the science behind everyone going to Nashville also? Yeah. But anyways, we went and I was like, I'm going to try this because they had like the store, so they had the tasters of it. I was like, I'm going to try it. My sister's like, you don't do that. And I was like, but why would they make it if it
it's
isn't
not good?
Yes.
Right.
Why would you make it and sell it if it's not like at least somewhat decent where people are buying it and it's like you're making money from it? Yeah. No, it's not good.
Yeah.
Don't try it.
Didn't love.
Thank God I never like bought it.
I bought it.
No.
I drove
it's like
out of my way to like go to an AJ's or something to buy it. Maybe it wasn't AJ's. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I went out of my way to buy it and then had one bite and I was like, this is bad. I don't want this.
It's horrible. It literally did taste like onion ice cream.
Not even like salty everything bagel, just onion.
Onion.
Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't good. You know, you probably wouldn't like this if you don't like fruit ice cream, but they have, and I can only find it at AJ's. They don't have it at like Whole Foods. They have a goat cheese and cherry flavor, and it's like my favorite ice cream, and I don't know why, It's like so subtle and like, I don't know, I could
maybe get down with that though, because Postino has one of their bruschettas as like a goat cheese, like a spicy
pepper jam.
Yep. That I get down with. That's my favorite.
Get that.
Yeah. So maybe
the
the goat cheese cherry ice cream is something to give a shot.
I would maybe give it a shot. It's not like overly cherry. It's mainly the goat cheese ice cream, and then there's the little cherries in it. It's good. Okay, feelings on socks and sandals.
Do Birkenstocks clogs count as sandals?
Ooh, I don't know if the clogs count, but maybe like the regular, like...
I can't really do
No?
it. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because if it's winter and I'm wearing socks on my feet, I'm wearing my clogs.
Yeah,
not
that
my
makes
sandals,
sense.
You know? But I can't wear my clogs without socks.
That's how I felt.
People do that, and I think it's weird.
I think
my
that's
feet
bad.
sweat a little bit.
It's
in
like
clogs.
The clogs are fall, winter,
mm-hmm.
and then the regular Birks are for the rest of the year.
100%
and then
agree.
Why are you wearing socks with them?
Right.
If you need
it's
to wear
summer.
Yes.
You shouldn't be wearing socks with your toes exposed.
You know what? That's a good point. Maybe I'm joining the No Socks and Sandals Club.
I don't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Go to karaoke song. This is like my favorite interview question, and I keep asking people this also. I think it can really tell you something.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you. So anybody who knows Ryan Betcher, big fan of karaoke. If you didn't know this, ask him about it.
Okay.
We had a party at his house one time, very small get together, but there was karaoke involved, and I knew there was going to be karaoke involved because 99% of the time when the Betchers have a gathering, there's karaoke. Well, I came prepared this time. Kind of like Fast and the Furious, I'm like obsessively curious about JoJo Siwa.
Okay.
I don't claim to be a fan. I don't know that she's all that good, but I can't get enough of her. And so Karma had come out, the music video.
Okay.
So I did like the eye paint, learned the choreography for Karma by JoJo Siwa, and performed it in Ryan Betcher's living room with my girlfriend. We had practiced the choreography at home and then came and performed it for everybody. And we crushed it, I think. So that's my go-to karaoke song, is Karma by JoJo Siwa.
That's crazy. Okay. I actually have no comments on that. Would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
No.
Okay, yeah, me either.
No.
Practice or game day?
Game day.
Best post-game snack?
Rice Krispies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I would have gone salty, but that's
Yeah.
pretty good too. Okay, some closing questions.
Okay.
Can you share a story that really captures the spirit of your team?
Yeah. This was another one that I was thinking about and like trying to come up with like a super enlightening like story or instance, and I think I couldn't really come up with anything like huge. But I thought of like a couple small instances of, I kind of talked about our like main goal with our programs is socialization and camaraderie. We want to build a community of people that also participate in Special Olympics. Like that is kind of the secondary thing to like what we're doing. And I think a couple of examples, we had a powerlifting team for the last couple of years, but this most recent year, the team really like came together, and it was really fun to see them like grow and become friends throughout the season. And they had the idea that like they want to do a team dinner like the night before their state powerlifting competition, and like that's like the whole goal is like put people in a position to yes like learn a sport and compete, but also like gain a community and gain like a group of friends. And we did that with our powerlifting team. It was great. The coaches, the volunteers, the athletes, like everybody really had a good time and like became true friends. And then I think another example is we did like a little focus group with some of our parents that participate, that their athletes participate in the program. We had some younger athletes, older athletes, parents that were new to our program, parents that have been around for years prior to the city of Goodyear even coming on board. And it was really nice just to get a handful of these people, like 10 or so, in the room and just kind of hear their thoughts and talk to them about like, why does this matter to you? What does this mean to your athlete? What are things that we're doing that you like? What are things that, you know, you would like to see us improve upon in the future? What are things you wanted to have us try and do differently? And just to hear that like the impact that Special Olympics and sports and participation makes for these families of all different ages, all different experience levels, all different backgrounds, that was something that was really impactful. And just, again, we're trying to build a program where it truly feels like everybody has a voice and everybody is valued. And it was something new that I had never really done with any of our programs in the past, and I think that it was really beneficial.
And how has this experience shaped the way that you see ability, resilience, and inclusion?
You know, I don't know if you're familiar with these, but I think it's through UCS, but they made the inclusion tiles, like little activity. And so I do that with a lot of my staff and coaches, and even just like people that work for the city of Goodyear. We actually just did it yesterday with a group. And it's a great conversation starter. If you don't know what this is, you should look into it, look it up, see if you can get a hold of it. It's a series of like 8 different tiles or 8 different cards, and it's the inclusion spectrum, all the way from exclusion to meaningful inclusion and kind of everything in between. And whenever I do this activity with anyone, they always kind of lump exclusion and tolerance and fear of difference and avoidance. They group those things together as like negative experiences. And I kind of always push back on that, because I think that exclusion is the only negative one. The others are all starting points. And I would make the argument that like fear of difference is normal, and avoidance or avoiding things that are different than you is normal.
Yes.
And they're only a bad thing if you let them keep you from engaging with something new.
Yeah.
And, you know, we kind of talked about at the beginning, my first experience with Special Olympics was kind of random. I had no experience whatsoever. So yeah, it was a little scary. And yeah, it was a little uncomfortable, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be bad is if it kept me from trying.
Yeah.
And I think that has kind of been the thing that I've learned most of all, is that, yeah, trying new things for any of us, coaches, volunteers, athletes, is going to be something that's scary and is going to be something that's uncomfortable. But the more you're around and the more you get involved with this community and the more you engage with our athletes and our coaches and our teams and our events, the more and more comfortable you're going to become, and the more you're really going to see the benefits of like true inclusion. And it's something that we can kind of all take into all aspects of our life. You know, we can use them in our jobs and in our lives and in our neighborhoods and in our communities and, you know, everywhere you go. And I think that is like the true goal of Special Olympics, is like, let's teach you inclusion in this like safe space of sport and Special Olympics and, you know, tournaments or whatever, and now take it out into the world and like do what you do.
Yeah.
And it's just been super cool to see, just like I said, people from different areas, different backgrounds, different expertise, different abilities, and, you know, to see just how like skilled and good some of the athletes are at sports and at other things too. You know, we mentioned theater, and I used to teach a theater program for the city of Peoria. They're still doing it to this day, and like to see how good some of our performers were like in the program was awesome. And like I would have never known that like had I not been involved with Special Olympics and adaptive programming in the city of Peoria and now the city of Goodyear. But just to like quite literally give people a stage, you know, in our theater program, and just like let them shine and like perform and do the thing that they do best, like that's awesome. And this has kind of given me that experience to kind of just see that in the world.
Yeah. That was an awesome answer.
Thank
I
you.
feel like that's so, like, it's so true, and you're right about, like, this is such a safe space to practice inclusion, but it's like, this is not where it ends at all. It just goes into all aspects of our lives. I mean, I'm, like you said, I get nervous about, like, engaging with literally everybody.
Right.
So, like...
Like, I was a little nervous coming here.
Yes.
Like, you know, and it's just, it's part of it. And, like, the nice thing is, like, you're engaging with a community in Special Olympics where you're allowed to make mistakes and, like, not be perfect. And it's, like you said, a safe space to learn and then take it out into the world and, like, be an ambassador.
Yeah, and, like, encourage other people to do so. Yes, exactly. Well, I had one more question, but that was such a good, like, I don't even want to, like, go shy away from that last question because that was so good. So thank you so much for coming and sharing your story and giving us the chance to get to know you a little bit better. And thank you for helping make the world a more inclusive place. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it, leave a review, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn for upcoming events, engagement opportunities, and podcast updates. That's all.